Scientists have just discovered a new species of crustacean deep underground in a cave without any eyes or legs. It's one of those stories that sounds like it could be a joke. Like, what kind of ridiculous, impractical creature would evolve to live in a cave without eyes or legs? But here we are. And while this particular critter isn't all that big on the whole sight and mobility thing, there are plenty of other animals that have evolved to excel in those departments. Animals can see light through their eyes, but they can also sense light indirectly through their skin. And in some cases, just about anywhere on their body can detect light, which is handy if you're blind. For example, our cave-dwelling friends today, the crustaceans known as copepods, have photoreceptors basically everywhere. In fact, the only part of their bodies that seems to lack these receptors is their eyes, which have gotten so small over the course of evolution that they're basically non-functional. But how do we know that copepods use their non-eyes to see? Well, in 2021, scientists started to shine light into the dark abdomens of some cave-dwelling copepods and found that they moved away from the light. They also noticed that surface-dwelling copepods without the benefit of big, honking eyes seem to move toward the light. So it looks like these little guys are using their skin to sense the direction of light and make decisions based on it, even though their eyes are basically useless. But hold on a second. If seeing light is such an advantage for animals, why did these copepods evolve to lose their eyes? Well, we don't know for sure, but it appears to be related to living in a cave. See, copepods are just one of many, many kinds of crustaceans, all of which have a hard shell and a segmented body. And almost all of them live in water, although some have evolved to live on land. And it turns out that the closest living relatives of these eyeless cave dwellers are copepods that live on land in hot springs. These are places with lots of thermal energy but not much light. So it seems like the ancestors of our cave coping pod friends probably started off living in similar hot spring habitats before evolving to take advantage of the unique opportunities and challenges presented by life in caves. Caves are dark and dank and full of yummy decomposing stuff. But if there's no light, there's also no predators that rely on sight to find prey. This means that living in a cave is often a great way for critters to save on energy, since they won't have to spend much time looking for food or avoiding being food. In fact, animals from bacteria to cavefish to, yes, copepods have evolved multiple times to thrive in caves without sight. But this also means that animals that hang out in caves need to find another way to navigate, since vision isn't an option. Some cave animals have developed highly sensitive hearing, while others use touch, smell, or even electric signals to get around. Our eyeless friends, however, seem to mostly just float along with the flow, using their antennae to sense the movement of the water and steering themselves with their little more than a millimeter-long flagella. Basically, they're like the aquatic version of a tumbleweed. They just go where the water takes them and hope for the best. And that's a huge part of why this discovery is so cool. We have tons of evidence that animals have evolved to adapt to life in the dark. But because our methods for exploring caves have improved so much over the years, we're finally starting to uncover the diversity of life that exists down there. Who knows what other weird and wonderful creatures are hiding in the dark? And that's something worth celebrating with your eyes open or not.